Hi champions, we are on to one of our last 4 weeks of digital learning. Kind of exciting how time has just flown by this quarter. So this week we're going to work on main idea and details. So main idea is what the text is mostly about. We're going to be looking at the title, looking at pictures. This is important. Sometimes the main idea is the first sentence or the last sentence, so it's really important you read those. Look for clue words repeated over and over again. So if something keeps repeating, it's probably super important. So here's an example. If you read this little sentence, kangaroos are interesting animals. They have excellent hearing. Kangaroos cannot walk backwards, but they are good swimmers. Most kangaroos eat grass. So what's the whole thing about? It's the first sentence. Kangaroos are interesting animals, and then all the other things are details. Why are they interesting? Well, they have excellent hearing. They cannot walk backwards. They are good swimmers, and they eat grass. So those are all details that back up the main idea. When we do main idea this week, we're going to think of it as an ice cream cone. So the ice cream cone is the most important part because it holds up all of the ice cream. That's going to be our main idea. And then each scoop of ice cream, these are terrible scoops, I'm sorry, is or are different details. So all of these will be details. Without the main idea, though, you would not be able to have an ice cream cone. So think about that. Main idea is the most important part. It holds up all, it supports, the details are the things that are going to support the main idea. Here's a passage we're going to try together. So I'm going to read it and we're going to figure out the main idea and some important details. Thunderstorms are dangerous. Every thunderstorm contains lightning, and lightning kills more people each year than tornadoes or hurricanes. Did you know what to do to remain safe during a thunderstorm? First, go inside a sturdy building or a vehicle and close the windows. Furthermore, the National Weather Service recommends that you stay inside for at least 30 minutes after the last rumble of thunder is heard. Do not use telephones or electrical equipment. Avoid taking showers or baths. If you are unable to get safely inside a building, avoid taking cover beneath tall, isolated trees. Also avoid water, high ground, and metal objects. Knowing what to do and what not to do during a thunderstorm can save your life. So when we stop and think about, was there a title? No. Were there words that were repeated? Yes. What did it keep talking about in here? Well, it kept repeating about thunderstorms. So obviously the title should probably be something about thunderstorms. And what about thunderstorms was it talking about? Well, let's look in the first and last sentence. Thunderstorms are dangerous. Knowing what to do and what not to do during a thunderstorm could save your life. Well, this whole thing was telling us why thunderstorms are dangerous. That is going to be our MI, main idea. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down. Here's our ice cream sandwich. So the main idea would be thunderstorms are dangerous. Now, I'm going to find 3 details to support this. So let's see, what's a detail to support that they're dangerous? I'll look at the second sentence. Thunderstorms contain lightning. Lightning kills people. So we could talk about that. Thunderstorms contain lightning. I'm going to call them T-storms. Contain lightning. Okay, let's see what else. So then it talks about ways to stay safe. It tells you to go inside a sturdy building or vehicle to stay safe. Go inside. And you can add more of the details. And then what else does it say? It tells you to stay away from water. So I'll put stay away from water. So those are all details that support that thunderstorms are dangerous because they contain lightning You need to go inside because they're dangerous, and you need to stay away from water because they are dangerous. All right, next passage. An average beehive contains about 20,000 bees. Within the colony, there are 3 types of bees, each with its own important job. One queen lives in a hive, and her only job is to fill the hive with eggs. In fact, a queen will lay about 1,500 eggs in just one day. Male bees are called drones. Their only job is to mate with the queen. Worker bees, on the other hand, are extremely busy. They are female bees that lay no eggs. Their many jobs include cleaning, gathering pollen, building new comb, and taking care of the larvae, which are baby bees. So what is this whole thing talking about? No title again, but it keeps talking about bees, right? The different types of bees. So it talked about, so this one is going to be about the average beehive consists of 20,000 bees. The first sentence again. So it's telling us what is in the beehive. So the main idea are different roles of bees. So let's talk about those different roles. So let's see, the first one they talk about is the queen bee. Her only job is to fill the hive with eggs. So her job, queen, lay eggs. That's her job, or her role. Role is another word for job. There was another bee. We had male bees called drones. Their job is to mate with the queen. So male bee, which is called a drone, equals mate. So their job is to help the queen be able to lay eggs. And the last one are worker bees. They are females. They're the ones that do everything. Gracious. So, I'm going to write on top of that. Worker bee, female. I'm going to write everything. So they do everything. They keep the beehive alive. I'm going to write also different roles of the bees in the beehive because that was the setting. Okay, so that's the general part, and all of these support it. The queen has different roles, the male bee has different roles, and the worker bee has different roles inside of the beehive. Okay, it's going to be your turn. You're going to read a passage, and you're going to find, like we did, 3 details to support the main idea using the ice cream cone below. So let's take a look at what that's going to look like. So here's your passage. Not your average reptile. So I would pause and read. I will go through slowly, so you can also pause and read as you go through. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs, and there's also some pictures. And then if you'd like to, here's the ice cream cone you can draw. Or you can just label your information, main idea, and then detail 1, detail 2, detail 3. So you're going to once again, read this passage, tell me what the main idea is, and then give me 3 details to support your main idea. We will go over this tomorrow. Good luck.